Right now, I think the concern over growth slowing, multiples, obviously FANG has led us up. It's outperformed the NASDAQ year to date as a group still. So there's still performance that can come out. A number of investors are still way overweight these stocks and are coming down from an overweight to a neutral or underweight. So I think that ultimately for us, while everyone talks about FANG, we talk about MIG, Match, IEC, GoDaddy. The mid-cap names look very attractive to us. IEC has been a great, consistent story. GoDaddy is another story that we've liked that did very well during the last downturn. So we don't know exactly what the next year holds. We do know things will slow. You can see it in Amazon's growth going from mid 30% growth down to low 20s by the end of the fourth quarter, and into next year the growth rate will decelerate and expenses are coming higher. So I think there's a lot of concern around large cap tech right now, and that's going to push some of the investment decisions to look at some of these other names outside of FANG.
Eric, Tim Cook is trying to draw people's attention to the data industrial complex. He didn't name names, but it makes everybody think about Alphabet, Facebook, clearly. Is he a lone voice in the wilderness on this one, or is there any kind of mounting danger that these business models based around aggregating data and then targeting an audience based on that's under any risk?
Well, he's definitely the loudest voice in the industry and somewhat of a lone voice for the time being. I think the biggest issue is that the actual model of just capturing all this data and then using it to target people for advertising is going to some degree, fall by its own weight. You know, the scandals that we have seen in the past few months, just the abuses and the breaches and the hacking and all of that has got to be limited. It's going to come to some sort of a head. And I think that if the industry doesn't self-regulate, then you're going to see, as you have seen now in Europe, you're going to see the government step in. The state of California has already enacted a law that will come in effect in 2020. It's going to be a federal situation. So I think that that there will be a natural limitation of how much data people can capture in the future.
But Eric, is it affecting how you invest at all? Is your assumption that there's something that has to change in the relatively near term, or is it just a possibility that you're open to?
Well, you know, I'm a venture capitalist, so I have a very long-term view of everything, and I do pay a lot of attention to the companies that we invest in as to what their data policies are, their privacy policies. And I want to make sure that over the next 5 to 10 years, we believe that those policies are sustainable.